In today's class, let's learn about decimals. So what are decimals? A decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. That is, a decimal number will have a whole number part and a fractional part or a decimal part that is separated by a decimal point. Now look at this example. 326.453. Here you can see this 326 is the whole number part and digits after the decimal point, that is 4, 5 and 3. This all together form the decimal part or the fractional part. Now we have learned the position of digits of a whole number. Let's take the same whole number, that is here the whole number is 326. So the position of 6 is ones place and this 2 occupies the tens place and this 3 occupies the hundreds place, and then we have thousands, 10,000s, then lakh, crore and so on. You have learned that in your previous chapters. This is about the whole number. Now in a decimal number we have whole number along with the fractional part or the decimal part. Now let's see the places of the positions of digits in a decimal number. So let's take the same decimal number as the example. So here in the whole number part we have the positions like ones place, tens place, hundreds place and so on. Now this whole number part and decimal part is separated by a decimal point in a decimal. Now in the decimal part, that is in the fractional part, the places start from here. So here the positions of digits after the decimal, that is the digit 4 is in the tens place. It is tens place and 5 is in the hundredths place and this 3 is in the thousands place. This tens place means it is 4 by 10 and here hundredths place means 5 by 100 and thousands place means 3 by 1000. Here in the whole number part it is ones place, so this is 6 into 1, so 6, and here it is tens place, so 2 into 10, that is 20, and here it is 3 into 100 because it is hundreds place. So you can just remember like this. Here it is multiplying by 10. So here multiply by 1, ones place, then tens place, then hundreds place. Now after the decimal point it is division by 10. That is here it is ones place, right, in the whole number part. So after that divide by 10, then divide by 100, then divide by 1000. That goes on. So this is about the place value of a decimal number. Now here we have written what places the digits occupy in a whole number part. Now let's write the positions of digits in the decimal part. Here it is tens, that is just after the decimal point it is tens place, then it is hundreds place, then thousands and so on. So when you write this number in 326, that is in the whole number part, 6 occupies the ones place, 2 occupies the tens place and 3 occupies the hundreds place. And after the decimal point, first is the tenths place, that is 4 is the digit that occupies the tenths place and 5 occupies the hundredths place and 3 occupies the thousands place. So when you write the place value, here it is 6 into 1 and 2 occupies the tens place. So it is 2 into 10 and 3 occupies the hundreds place. So it is 3 into 100. And here it is 4 into 1 by 10 because it is tenths place. And the second digit after the decimal, that is 5. 5 into 1 by 100 plus 3 into 1 by 1000. This is how you write the place value for a decimal number. Now let's learn more about decimals. Naming the decimals. So when you are given a decimal number, how will you read it? If you want to read the decimal number with a point, then read the digits after the decimal point separately. For example, if you are given a decimal number like this, so how will you read this decimal number? If you want to read the decimal number with the point, then the digits after that point will be read separately. That is, this number will be read 26.35. We will read the digits after the decimal point separately. Now, if you want to read the same decimal number with AND, then read the digits after decimal point together and mention the place of the last digit. So the same number can be read as 26 and 35 hundredths, because here 5 is the last digit and we have to mention the place of the last digit. Here this is the tens place and this is the hundredths place. So the last digits is in the hundredths place. So we will mention the place of the last digit, that is 26 and 35 hundredths. Now let's take another example. If you want to read this decimal number with the point, then it is 309.236. Now, if you want to read this number using AND, then you can read it as 309 and 236 thousandths. That is, we will read the digits after the decimal point together and mention the place of the last digit. Here, 6 is in the last digit after the decimal point. So, the place of this digit is thousandths. So, we will read it as 309 and 236 thousandths. So, this is how we name the decimals. That is the number name for the decimals. Next is write each as decimals. Now that we have learned how to read a decimal number, this is the number name of that decimal. So here it is 306 and 7 hundredths. Here they have used and for writing the number name. So you will write it as 306 and so 0.7 hundredths. So we have to read the digits after the decimal point together and then mention the place of the last digit. So here they have mentioned the hundredths place. That means it is 0, 7. 306 and 7 hundredths. Now let's check the second decimal number. 9 and 75 thousandths. So here also it is and. So 9.75 thousandths. So the last digit is in the thousands place. So it is 0, 7, 5 because 5 is in the last digit is in the thousands place. The third one is 2 thousandths. So it is 0.002. The last digit is in the thousands place. So it will be after the decimal point. The last digit is in the third place. That is, this is tens, this is hundreds, and this is thousands. So it is 2 thousandths. So you have to write it like this. Here they have not used and or anything because it is 0 and 2 thousandths. So it's not required. It will be given as 2 thousandths. The whole number part is 0. So 2 thousandths is same as 0.002. Now the last number is 65.9. So here they have written with point. So 65.9. This is the decimal number. Now write in words. That is just the reverse. We are given in the decimal format. We have to write it in words. So this is 3 thousandths. You have seen a similar example in the previous slide. The same thing. 3 thousandths because the last digit is in the thousands place, or you can write 0.003. If you are using and, you will write as 3 thousandths. Now this number can be read as 12.415. or it can be written as 12 and 415 thousandths, because the last digit is in the thousandths place, because 5 is in the thousandths place. Expansion of decimal numbers. So let's take the decimal number 26.132. So you can do either fractional expansion or decimal expansion. So let's see both types of expansions. So this number, when you write it in fractional expansion, you will write it as 20 plus 6 plus, you have to write it as fractions. So this is the tenths place. So you can write it as 1 by 10 plus 3 is in the hundredths place. So it will be 3 by 100 plus 2 is in the thousandths place. So we will write it as 2 by thousands. So for fractional expansions, digits after the decimal point will be written as fractions. Now let's see the decimal expansion. So in decimal expansion, the digits after the decimal point will be written as decimal numbers. So here whole number part will be the same for both the fractional and decimal expansion. So here it is 20 plus 6, because 6 is in the ones place and 2 is in the tens place. So 6 into 1, that is 6, and 2 into 10, that is 20. So 20 plus 6 plus 1 is after the decimal point. So 1 is in the tens place. So when you write it in the decimal form, it will be 0.1. Here there is 1 0. So that means after the decimal point, there will be 1 decimal place. That is, the digit will be just after the decimal point. Now here, in case of 3, 3 is in the hundredths place. So it is 3 by 100. So here 2 zeros are there. So after the decimal point, there should be 2 digits. Now in here, as 3 is only there, we write 3 in the hundredths place, and we have to include a 0 to make it 2 decimal places. And next is 2 by thousands. So there are 3 zeros. So there will be 3 decimal places after the decimal point. So here, as there is only one number, so we have to add 2 zeros so that it gets 3 decimal places. So this is the decimal expansion of this decimal number. Next is convert fractions to decimals. So here let's take fractions with denominators that are of the form 10, 100, 1000, like that. For example, 3 by 10. Here this is a fraction, so we have to convert this fraction to decimal. So here there is only 1 0. So you know, after the decimal point there will be 1 decimal place. So you can just write the number. So after the decimal point there is 1 decimal place. Now when 3 by 100 is the fraction, then there are 2 zeros. So we have to get 2 decimal places. So as here only 3 is there, 3 is in the hundredths place, and we will add a 0 here. So 0.03 is 3 by 100 in the decimal form. 3 by 1000, here there are 3 zeros. So after the decimal point there will be 3 places. So the number will be 003. Now one more thing you have to notice, that is, in case of whole numbers, if you consider the number 20 and 020, these two numbers have the same value. That is, if you add zeros in front of the number, it will not count. It's the same number. That is 00020 is same as 20 in case of whole numbers. But if you add a 0 here, that is different. This is 200 and this is 20. when you add zeros in front of the number, there will be no change in the number. But if you add a zero after the number, in case of whole numbers, then that will change the value of the number. That is, in case of whole numbers, if you add 0 to the right of the number, it will change the value of the number. But if you add 0 in front of the number, it will not change the value of the number. Now let's take the case of decimal numbers. In case of decimal numbers, 0.20 and 0.2 is the same. If you add 3 zeros after the number, that is after the tens place, if you add 3 zeros, these two numbers are the same. It is not going to have any change in the value. It's the same. But if you add a 0 in front of that digit, then 0.02 is not same as these two numbers. But these two numbers have the same value, that is 0.2. But this number is entirely different from 0.20. This is 0.02. That is, when you add 0 in front of the number, it changes the value of the number in case of decimal numbers. It's just the reverse. Now let's take some more examples. So let's take the fraction 2 by 5. Here you can see the denominator is not multiples of 10. That is 10, 100, 1000 like that. Here the denominator is 5. But you can convert this denominator to 10 by multiplying this 5 by 2. So when you multiply the denominator by some value, you have to multiply the numerator by the same value. So you will get this fraction as in the denominator 5 into 2, that is 10, and in the numerator 2 into 2, that is 4. So 4 by 10 is the new fraction. That is 2 by 5 and 4 by 10 are equivalent fractions. Now you can convert this fraction easily to decimal. That is, here there is 1 0. So after the decimal point, there will be one decimal place. So the number is 0.4. Now let's take another example, that is 3 by 25. So here you can see the denominator is not multiples of 10, but you can convert 25 to 100. That is, multiply 25 by 4. Then you will get 25 into 4 is 100. When you multiply some value to the denominator, you have to multiply the same value to the numerator. So the number will be 12 by 100. Now you can easily convert this fraction to decimal. That is, there is 2 zeros in the denominator. That means after the decimal point, there will be 2 decimal places. So the decimal number is 0.12. Sometimes you will be asked to write fractions from the figures. What is a fraction? A fraction is how many parts you have of a whole. That is, if a whole is divided into equal parts and if some parts are shaded, you will be asked how many parts of that whole is shaded. So here there are 10 equal parts, and out of the 10 equal parts, one part is shaded. So you can write the fraction as 1 by 10. Now you have got the fraction from the figure. Now you have to convert it into decimal. So here there is 1 0. That means after the decimal point, there will be one decimal place. So the decimal number is 0.1. Now here this whole is divided into 10 equal parts. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And out of the 10 equal parts, 2 parts are shaded. So the fraction shaded is 2 by 10. So when you convert this fraction to decimal, you will get 0.2, because after the decimal point, there is one decimal place. When there is 1 0, you have one decimal place. If it is 2 zeros, you will have 2 decimal place. So if only one number is there, you have to add a 0 to make it 2 decimal places. Now here there are 10 rows and 10 columns. So altogether there are 100 equal parts. So how many parts are shaded? 10 and 1. So 11 parts are shaded. So 11 by 100 is the fraction. Now when you convert this to decimal, there are 2 zeros. So there are 2 decimal places after the decimal point. And there are here 2 digits. So you can write 0.11. So this is the decimal number for this fraction. We'll learn how to represent decimals on the number line in the upcoming classes. Thanks for watching.